Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. That was the extent of my chauvinism. I couldn't fucking get through that shit.
Alright, we are live. I can hear us too well. Kane, of course.
Can you plug that into the side of your computer? Thanks.
This?
Yeah. Oh. That's my phone cord.
I was really confused. I said, why am I going to plug this? Where am I going to plug this in? I don't have one of these. Hi, guys. Today, we're extra late because we wanted to figure out how to put Bernie Sanders on our screen. And we succeeded!
I mean, you mean we have a special guest?
Oh.
Named Senator Bernie Sanders, who came to, he wanted to talk about the inauguration with us, Apparently, we're his biggest fans, according to white men on Twitter. I mean, I supported Bernie Sanders, but, he's still a white man. Anyway, what's up, guys? If you don't know where you are by now, you're about to find out. Welcome to Insert Name Here, brought to you in full Technicolor and living sound. We didn't have living sound just 2 seconds ago.
But y'all don't remember that. Y'all
forgot. That we just cut it off. And yeah, we went to, we wanted to join our friend Bernie Sanders at the inauguration. He had some really nice mittens on, and we appreciated it. So
it's a vibe. We're here at the inauguration today. We're in DC. We're not socially distanced from our lovely Bernie Sanders, but we are kind of.
What's up? Our cousin is here. Thank you. I'm glad to see you. Let me share this real quick. But yeah, welcome to Insert Name Here, brought to you in full Technicolor and living sound with the dulcet tones of the great Alejandra Tejeda.
That's me.
And me, the raspy voiced alto, Malachi Unique. We also, again, like I said, have a special guest, Bernie. Bernie, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Bernie Sanders, Senator Bernie Sanders. How's it going?
It's going great, Bernie. We're so glad you joined us today.
Well, you know what I'm glad for? I'm glad that we got that pompous orange fox head fuck out of the fucking White House.
We glad for that too, Bernie.
If I had an air horn, I'd blast it off like those two colored fellas, Desus and Mero.
Yo, thanks, bro. Thanks. Man, yeah, we haven't got our soundboard off yet, Bernie. We working on that, though.
Oh. Could you read Nate's comment? It's in 2 screens, or can you make it in 1 screen?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Let me move it over.
Oh, put it on this screen, maybe?
Yeah, I'll just put it
over. Nate wants to know, Mr. Senator Sanders, why you always wear that jacket. Are you a broke boy?
A broke boy? Of course I'm a broke boy. There's only, I'm part of the 99%. There's only 1%, and they've got it all. They've got all the money. I've been walking around with friggin' Monopoly money in my pocket this entire time.
Wow.
What do you think they pay me at the Capitol building? I wasn't even there. You know why? I was on the corner busking for $5 so I can get a euro down in the... Anyway, yeah, I'm not... it's warm. Whatever.
Awesome. Okay, Senator. So you log in?
Yeah, Oh, you mean an agenda?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
All right, lit. So, let's get it started. Ha!
Let's get loud.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was inauguration day today.
Yo, I hate J-Lo. Can we talk about... I need a minute to talk about why I hate J-Lo. And today was the prime essence of why I hate J-Lo. J-Lo came on that stage, and she said, they had me singing, damn, I don't know what song she's singing.
America the Beautiful?
Maybe?
Did she sing?
I don't know what the hell she's singing. This land is your land. Not...
And America.
And America the Beautiful.
Question mark. I don't watch that type of stuff, to be honest.
So I was watching, and she came out.
And we know Bernie didn't want to be there. Bernie, how you...
Bernie's piece of mail stuck somewhere. He's like...
Bernie, where were you going today? Why did you look like you didn't want to be...
Look, what I do with my business on a Wednesday afternoon is none of your business, all right?
Fair enough.
If I have to show up to, say, I don't know, jury duty, or maybe I have to stop at the post office, or, knows? Maybe I'm doing a little Amazon delivering on my side time.
Okay. I mean, it's hard out here for Senator.
Jeff Bezos is part of that 1%, and I'm trying to do a whole reverse, boss, the boss thing where the boss goes to work.
Undercover boss.
Yeah, it's a reverse undercover boss when I get to the top and then I go, gotcha, you bitch. I gotcha.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you very
go
much.
on.
So J-Lo, she sung this, and dang, I need to find out what exactly she said in Spanish. But she said something in Spanish towards the middle, and everybody was like, towards the end, I'm sorry. She said, "One nation under God, indivisible." Wait, what? She really just said the Pledge of Allegiance in Spanish. I couldn't even peep. She said it so fast. She said the and then she was like, "Let's get loud."
That would be so racist if you weren't you.
You know
if
what?
I wasn't also.
You know what I have to say about that?
Mm-hmm.
If I was J-Lo's age, if I was J-Lo, I would have said something along the lines of one division, whatever, something about my booty. I love J-Lo in the butt.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Sound
you,
good, Senator.
We're putting you on timeout for the rest of the night.
Senator, you are wildin'. So you a nasty boy, Senator.
What, this inauguration, everything is a fucking joke. They fucked me twice. What do I care?
I was like, what? They what you, Senator? Senator, I think your chief of staff is calling.
They know I'm checking out.
Oh God. Okay, inauguration day. It was cool or whatever. I like watching them because I think it's cool that American people get to watch successful transfers of powers, unlike a lot of other people that they fuck up their successful transfers of power because they be what's that word? They be overthrowing their leaders. So we're very lucky, and I'd be watching it for that. And also because I knew the Obamas were gonna be there, and they always look better than everybody else, and they did. Yeah, that's it. The Bible they had, I don't remember it being that long. Do you remember the Bible being that big? I don't know if you saw a picture. That Bible looked like this thick. Like it was an encyclopedia times 2. Like they had A through F ready for them to recite over. I said, oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not getting inaugurated. The Torah. Oof. Talk about a long book.
Hell. Tonight, hell.
All right.
Okay, but on cool-ish things, Eugene Goodman, the police officer, the homie that was kind of helping senators kind of leave the chambers, during the Capitol attack 2 weeks ago, he was promoted and given in a position for now, and he was at the ceremony, and he was walking Kamala Harris out, so that was cool, I guess, if you're into that stuff, still ACAB for life, but
yeah,
that was cool that he was appreciated for putting his life on the line against some crazy white people.
Facts.
And then, but before the inauguration, you know what happened? President Trump pardoned a few people, and by a few, I meant a lot.
Yeah, he pardoned mad people.
But
yo, wait, please. Why did he do that?
Pardon mad people?
Why did he do this when he was getting on the
Oh, I don't know. Power to the people. I don't know.
Help.
I was like, oh, Malaysia, power to the people. That's good. I don't know what that has to do with what you
Yo,
say.
why did he do that? Anyway, go ahead.
Why did he walk off to YMCA?
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. Is that the line? Pick yourself. Is that the line? Pick yourself off the ground. That's some kind of weird. Anyway, I used to have a karaoke machine, so I used to. Yeah. Anyway.
Wait. You used to what?
Sing the karaoke in the machine.
Am I missing something here or what?
Bernie, you're gone.
You're out of here.
We're in front of the Capitol now, Bernie. The inauguration's over.
Whatever.
Oh God. Oh.
Yo, like this. Anyway.
Today's just a funny day, guys. I don't know.
Sorry, I don't know what
There
to
weren't
do.
that many news stories. I was like, what is it? Picking at straws, grasping at straws, whatever that thing is.
Yeah, but anyway, Trump commuted a bunch of people, a lot of random people. Didn't he do Steve Bannon though?
Yes.
Steve Bannon. That's interesting because they weren't cool.
No, it was interesting. To obviously, most notably to me, was Lil Wayne and Kodak Black. Kodak Black, I was like, Kodak Black is getting pardoned.
I wouldn't. Me personally, that wouldn't be my choice. But
Let me drive the boat.
Yeah, ain't Trump gonna be living in Florida now, allegedly?
they gonna be partying for sure. We gonna see Kodak Black with Donald, the former president of the United States, gonna be hanging out with Kodak Black all the time. Mark my words.
Are we gonna have that thing where those stupid entertainers and rappers will suddenly hang out with Trump because he's the former president? They'll be like, I'm cool. The former president likes me.
Is that gonna happen? Yes.
I hate it.
That's definitely gonna happen. Like, what the heck?
So that happened. Although, my head didn't really understand how you could get pardoned before, like, you had actually, faced your sentencing. Because Lil Wayne hadn't been sentenced yet for his gun charge that he pled guilty to. But I guess he pled guilty to it knowing that Trump was going to pardon him, so it didn't matter. Very interesting.
Wow.
Confusing.
Wow. What a thing.
Homie from that Netflix show about the animals, Tiger Shark, Liger, whatever that, Big Tiger. Kane, what's that show?
Big Tiger's Tiger Shark guy.
Yes, Big Tiger's Tiger Shark guy. That dude. That dude, the exotic tiger dude. What's the hell?
Tiger King?
Tiger King, thank you.
The Joe Exotic, the tiger dude, Liger.
I love that she said Joe Liger Tiger. Kane, what's that thing? Oh, the joke thing with the... Yeah,
Anywho, he wanted to get pardoned, but he pleaded to Trump to get pardoned, but he did it, and now he's saying he was too gay to be pardoned by Trump.
Well,
Trump just fucks with Carol Baskins. He likes that.
Bang
That's
with
probably
Carol.
what it is. He probably is like, I really do love that song, Carol Baskins. Oh, what a great song. Not gonna pardon you, Joe Exotic. Sorry. Lil Wayne, love you. Pardon.
Pardoned. Okay. So that was, okay, so we talked about the send-off song being YMCA.
Now, I'm surprised it wasn't a Heil. I'm assuming that's something that Bernie Sanders would have said. But seeing as though he's not here right now, I'll say it for him.
Okay.
Anyway, so also Biden doing some executive orders or whatever. Isn't he doing the Keystone XL pipeline?
Mm-hmm,
Blocking that? It's so litty.
It was, so Biden in his first couple days, he's supposedly, in his first day, and I don't know how they count it. Is today his first day? Is tomorrow technically his first day? I don't know, but in his first day, he has 17 executive orders that he's going to be putting in place. And I had them somewhere. The bitch, they disappear. you be having them and then they gone. I probably have a screenshot.
Biden.
But the most important to me is the one about student loans. No, I guess the Keystone is most important.
Biden.
But I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill Kane. Trump, pardon me. Pardon me.
Why are you gonna kill us?
Because she started singing.
Body yaddy yaddy.
I'm singing Biden.
That's
why I'm gonna kill her.
Why are you gonna kill me? What the hell did I do?
Lion, tiger, bear, oh my. You went with me.
Anyway.
I thought you were gonna give me the answer right away. And then I had to go for the
that's
joke.
why you can't trust men.
Dude, shut up.
You just like that dude who said the light skinned baby wasn't his. Kane, that's what Kane gonna do. He gonna go on Twitter and be like, this baby light skinned.
It can't be mine.
This cheater on me.
Oh, can we put the chat back up here?
What happened to it?
I don't know. And then, okay, so 17 executive orders. Excuse me. Student loans being delayed until September is one of them, which is mad lit because I was gonna have to go back to paying my 300.
Facts. Delay them
in forever
for eternity.
Hell, you can delay them indefinitely.
Delay them.
Forget.
Delay them for. Just
Eternity?
take them away, please. Get rid of student loan debt, Joe. That's all you need. Just a little bit, not a lot.
Joe, just do it. Whoa, why are you not showing me comments? Okay, this is weird. Facebook's being weird today.
Is anybody on?
Yes, it says 14 views.
But it doesn't show anybody. I don't know. Anyway.
Santiago just commented 12 seconds ago, so I don't know.
Everything's weird today, guys. But we're in front of the Capitol, so can you be mad?
Oh, wait. I don't know. 1 second, I have to check. Oh, no, we're still in front of the Capitol. Whew! This thing is stressful. If we don't have, like, live comments at the moment, it'd be looking confusing. Wait. What? Oh.
Oh, that's the old one.
That's the old one. I was so confused.
I thought you deleted that.
I thought I did too.
Anyway, whatever. Anyway,
we're on the right one now. That's all that matters. Okay. Let me delete the old one now. I deleted it off Twitter. That's
okay. So yeah, he has some all these executive orders or whatever, and yeah, most of them are pretty good.
And
most of them are pretty good. But yeah, he did that.
He did that.
He needs to do more though.
We're rejoining who? The Paris
Accords. Greta Thunberg was in her bag earlier.
Some stuff about racial equity, which I'm not sure how it's going to work, but it's having federal agencies look into their hiring policies.
What about white
like
supremacist terrorism? Can that be one of the executive orders? Can the FBI investigate that
today's
again?
about unity.
Hey,
Today
listen.
is about bringing together the two Americas that were separated for the past 4 years. Today is about wearing purple to unify us. Why aren't you wearing purple? You are wearing purple. That's the funny part.
Yo, man. Anyway, but whatever, Joe. Do more. I need more. And Bernie needs more. You could tell by how he was sitting at the inauguration that he needed more. He said, damn it, man, give me more.
A reminder to everybody that now we went from complaining about Trump for 4 years. Now it's time to attack Biden for 4 years. And to never keep your foot off his neck.
Can't wait.
I don't care how old he is. I don't care because he signed up for this job.
Keep him awake.
Keep him active, keep him ready.
Keep him moving, keep him passing bills. I want things to pass. Democrats always act like they lose.
And
they're winning.
Don't be waiting for no Republican, bipartisan respect stuff.
Send Kamala down there to break the tie. We don't care. And if Joe Manchin don't
if you don't
agree
use
into these things,
these 18 months of having a whole what is the term called when it's the whole
full house or something like that? It's like it's some card term, isn't it?
Yes, it's something like that. If y'all don't use this God damn, I know that word. What's it called when all branches are
under one party, controlled by one party? Government
Me and Malaysia's brains are slow. Unified government? I don't like that word.
No, but I thought there was a term, a United States specific term.
Me too. But it's whatever. We'll have to think about it someday. But a unified, I'll go with that.
Unified.
Trifecta is not the word.
No,
there was
some.
But a unified government we have for the next 18 months until at least the next midterms for the reps.
Yeah.
So, and more senators, obviously, because more senators would have to go for their elections. But, so we have this 2 years, make some action. I don't want to hear no Obama excuses of, I was the first black president, blah, blah, blah. There was a precedent set. No.
Joe Biden gonna say I was the first black president?
He's gonna be like, Kamala, the first black /
South Asian?
South Asian. I was gonna say Southeast Asian. South Asian vice president. Because of her, we couldn't pass as many things. Wrong. Because when you ever see Biden like that, when Barack Obama was president, so pass some shit.
Also, like
Do
you
some shit.
said, it's the other I need corporate Democrats and like liberal left wing Democrats to not
This chair makes me so slouchy.
to not play games. Like, don't play games with our policy. Agree. If they don't agree, then that's when we need to start talking about unity. Like, unity with us, unity with your own party.
Hey.
Y'all don't even be having unity with like the other half of your party.
They didn't want to bend towards us for 4 years. Why would I bend towards you?
Like
That's not unity. That's idiocy.
They literally will block things they want, just so they don't have to give it to us.
They'll be like, oh, it's a Democrat bill, but it supports mainly Republican states.
They'd be like, oh, it's literally a Republican bill repackaged. It has to be less. It has to be less.
It's too much money. You're spending too much money. Oh, but Trump did this, and this. Well,
all of us, have y'all heard the word deficit in the last 4 years until Joe Biden won the election? We never talked about no deficit while we was giving tax cuts. We never talked about the deficit when
deficit was growing.
When they thought about when they were thinking about starting a world war with freaking Iran. We never talked about the deficit then, right? But all of a sudden now we can't give people stimulus checks because of the deficit. Y'all created the deficit. Every time Democrat presidents balance the fucking budget, and every time Republicans whine about the deficit, the whole time they're in the White House.
The deficit, they're spending too much money. This
and
is
then
the liberal
every
agenda.
single time the Republicans go get the White House again, they spend all the money. They lower taxes. Ronald Reagan lowered taxes so much that he had to raise taxes right before he left because he was about to destroy the economy. Like, this is they've been doing this. Like, and then Democrats act surprised every time. That's why I'm like, that's why sometimes you can't believe it's like they're genuine. Like, you gotta, because you can't be that easy. You that much of a sucker. It gets you every time.
Sorry, Victoria sent me a message saying that you look like a ghost.
I am transparent.
She's a bodiless horseman. Body yada yada yada. That's really funny.
I'm only a head. Look, I don't have a heart. Oh, I told you I was heartless, bro. I told y'all.
This episode is a mess. I love it.
It is.
It's wreck. If you listen to this like on Spotify, you're probably gonna die laughing, mainly because you can't see us. So I'd actually recommend, if you are listening on Spotify, listen to it on Spotify. That's cool. Thank you. Listen to us on Spotify, Amazon Music.
Why I work now? Anyway, I am a ghost.
You're a ghost boy. Okay, back to this. Okay, COVID. So last night, funny enough, I was on a COVID town hall. They left me on the screen mad long, and I didn't notice for a second, and I was doing weird faces at the screen, because obviously this is my webcam, and my 2 monitors is where I had everything, so I was like... And then I looked up, and I was like, there's somebody else talking, why am I still on the screen? This is like...
They said you're beautiful.
It was so offensive. I did look cute. I put on clothes for the first time, like real clothes. It's not... The sweats. So my real
so
clothes.
I'm transparent again.
I think it's when you move too much, you lose your color. Anywho, so this COVID town hall, there were questions people had about like if they'd be asked if they were citizens or not when they were to receive the COVID vaccine. And then today a news story came out that Florida's largest public hospital system is now requiring proof of residency for patients wanting to receive the COVID vaccine.
Which is
because COVID knows if you're an American citizen or not.
Which means that this pandemic will never end. Because, like, the thing about it is, like, if certain people don't get vaccinated, like, that means, like, the strand can keep passing around and it can, like, mutate, and then the vaccine won't be useful anymore because it'll be a different disease. You know, but anyway, this is not, I'm not a scientist. Like, this is just, like, you maybe high school biology or reading a book, maybe. Like,
well, I guess high school northern biology, maybe. Scratch his head. Sorry, Florida.
Anyway.
But, yeah, that's a big issue. And so... That sucks.
I have a question.
It sucks that, like, not only, so, like, certain communities, like, the Black and Latino community already had to worry about the, like, safety of the vaccine because we've experimented on. Now it's also like, oh, will you try and deport me if I come and get this?
And that's the thing I was going to say. That kind of disqualifies a lot of the people who live in Florida. And I don't think that's smart because... that means that the rest of the people who are just old will die more.
Well, one plus side to this is that in one respect, you can think they're trying not to kill you in the respect of with the COVID vaccine because they don't want you to get it.
Right. Maybe, so it's not...
Maybe it's no poison. But
maybe,
also...
like...
Is this just mind games? Or is it just plain stupidity like Florida does often? It's probably that. But it was an important thing to note. And some states are like openly coming out like anybody can get this. We're not going to ask you if you're a citizen or not because... But
by doing that, you're literally putting people in danger. You're literally putting your citizens in danger.
You're
even if you're
lowering the number of people that can get the vaccine.
Even if you're one of the nationalist people, like part of herd immunity is that like everybody who can get vaccinated gets vaccinated. If everybody doesn't get vaccinated, they're not gonna. In fact, they're not gonna like leave. Like they're still gonna have COVID. Like they're not. Like I don't get it. I don't get what the. Like what's the pathology? It doesn't make sense. Like
that I don't know.
Yeah, all of a sudden they were talking about a new caravan supposedly.
Is that how you spell caravan?
Yeah, you spelled caravan. C-A-R-A caravan.
Wait, C-A-R-A?
Yeah, V-A-N caravan.
Me. Caravan.
You spelled caravan. C-A-R-V-A-A-N.
It dissolved.
Oh. Okay, here's the thing. I don't believe you. I just don't believe you this in the first place. I feel like I feel like all of a sudden, like, oh, look, there's another caravan coming. Oh
They're
my
coming.
God. All of a sudden now that, like, the
And Biden's gonna let them all in. Biden's
gonna let them all in? Biden? Do y'all know Joe? Have y'all heard of Joe Biden? Like, do y'all know that man?
Y'all really
y'all
bought
ought to
into
because
that.
he literally has been in government for, like, a long time. Like, the federal government for a long time. Like, beyond my whole life, Ken's whole life. He's been in government a long time. Federal government.
It just cracked me up. I'm like...
He passed a lot of the laws that we have, like, now. He passed them. This is a problem I have with people saying, like, oh, no, you can't talk about Joe Biden's past. My thing about Joe Biden, more than a lot of other people, is that kind of to this day, he still don't really be disavowing the things he did. Like, sometimes he'll say, like, oh, I want to do something different now. But he doesn't say, that was wrong. That thing I did was wrong. That thing I did hurt people. He doesn't want to say that most of the time.
He does not acknowledge his failures.
And it's like, bro, like, you literally, you talk about, oh, this and this and this, but, like, you set us up for all this. Like, I don't understand how people can expect that we won't be going back to some other white, right-wing, populist, demagogue, fascist person next election. Why? I mean, if it's gonna be just like it was under Obama, why wouldn't that happen again? I'm confused as to what, like, maybe, and if it's not next election, it'll be the next election. Like, so I don't like I don't get it. Like, I don't, because that's not even good for their bottom line. Like, I would understand if it was good for, like, their donors, their bottom line, but that's not good for them because these people are not. You can't control people like that. You can control people like Joe Biden. But you can't control people like Donald Trump for real. Like, if Donald Trump was smarter, like, it's our luck that
he'd still be in office. He'd be
it's our
his
luck
second term
that the only thing he's good at is branding and being in front of camera. That's our luck that's the only thing he's good at, and being a Twitter troll. Because if he was smarter, he could have done a lot more. And the next person is going to be smarter. The next person is going to be, because they're going to see what he did. And they're going to be smart. People already want, like, who are they saying that they wanted to run? There was some you know what I was wondering? Low key, I'm wondering if Tucker Carlson will run for president. Low key.
Oh my god!
Because he's
what did he say the other day?
Like low key, there was something he said that I heard that made me think Tucker Carlson's gonna run for president.
What's his name? Carlson?
Carlson.
I put Tucker Turner instead of Tucker. Today is no good day for me.
No, there was something he said that I saw him say recently that I was like, I feel like he's gonna run for president. And mark my words, like in a few years, if Tucker Carlson run for president,
Malaysia,
I said it
Malaysia
first.
$5.
I said it first. Whatever obvious nonsense is selling, you better go buy it. If Tucker Carlson tries to run for president,
there's something he said. He said, "Oh my God." What did he say? Something about somebody better to stop talking about him because if he ends up dead, something.
Jamal Bowman.
Yes, and I was like, why are you? What?
Yeah, he said. Yeah, he was like, oh, he was. Yeah, I don't know. He said something a couple of days ago that I was like, something about what he said and how he said it. I was like, oh, you're doing something, and he's getting so much more power at Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like. I think he's trying to be the next one, because I think he's the who else is sane enough and can draw that many people in, because everybody else is a crazy conspiracy theorist. Like Tucker's a conspiracy theorist. He don't believe that though. He don't believe none of that stuff. He's not like Donald Trump.
He says stuff and then when it comes out as false, he's like, I said it, but I didn't tell you it was real. I'm just saying it's something that people were talking about. I'm saying it's a rumor.
He's not.
It's not true.
He's not. He's smart. He's way smarter than Donald Trump. And he
I'll be interested to see how Pence's role in the party plays out, considering to the voting base, some of the voting base, not all of the voting base, some of the major Trump voting base, he betrayed them. But to moderate Republicans, he's still their little prince that did what he needed to do to preserve the democracy or whatever. So I'm interested to see what role he plays in being the only person in the administration he worked in to welcome the new president. We're in for mess.
You didn't even put Claudia Conway up there.
Why? What she do?
She posted recently videos of her mom being mad, verbally abusive, and calling her. That's just a bunch of it was a compilation basically of a bunch of her mom doing stuff.
Oh, somebody said of hipping her.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, slapping her a little bit,
Why has Child Protective Services not taken that child?
Claudia said that they didn't help or whatever.
That makes sense. Of course they.
Yeah,
but useless at times. But wow.
Especially for someone in power like Kellyanne Conway and George Conway.
Did you see her hair? I saw a picture of her hair the other day, Kellyanne? just like a regular ass picture, and I said,
I know, what's wrong with her hair?
It looked like it all gone.
Kellyanne.
And then Ivanka's hair, when they were preparing to leave, her tracks were not put in place. And I said, girl, on your last day at work, your tracks are not put in place.
Girl, get that. Fix that.
But that's not my problem. I'm interested to see how what the Republican Party does for the next couple of years.
Yeah, I wonder, imagine...
Because, a bunch of, was it senators, GOP, I don't know if it was senator or reps sent Biden a letter, 17 of them, freshman ones, sent Biden a letter, kind of like a...
Resign now?
No, a let's be friends type thing.
They're probably reps.
Yeah, reps be more friendly in that way. But freshman representatives kind of being like, hey, we're willing to work with you guys. We're not stupid. But I'm interested to see because most of those senators are still there. Yeah. It's only a few that are gone now.
Yeah,
so,
like I said.
Interested to see what they do.
I mean, passing things, like I said, we can pass things.
If you want to.
But like I said, certain things, I think Biden should pass a clean $2,000 check bill. Just give us the check, give us retroactive shits, and just give us no means tested checks until the pandemic ends.
Just give me some.
No,
give us some money.
The reason I say no means tested is because if you do means testing, then people will be left out. People who need it will be left out. and people who
college
don't
students.
And the thing is that people who don't need it, y'all be giving them money anyway. They get tax breaks. They get fucking like, you know how much payday loan people and all those things got in pandemic relief. Like they got $500 million in pandemic relief.
Me just just everybody just get the money and then you make it work. You always say the government's taking too much of your money. Well, here's $2,000.
Just send
take
it.
Take it.
Just send it immediately. Like, just send it immediately.
And don't fuck it up again like you did last time with the second stimulus check where it was even a bigger mess than the first one somehow. With those TurboTax and H&R Block both having some fuck up that the IRS did that fucked up everybody's check. Like mine came 2 weeks after it was released. And I was like, what if like you knew those $600 were coming and you were like, wow, I'll tell my landlord I can pay rent now. And then you're like, whoa, wait.
Well, it's gone.
It's gone.
Like literally, it's
gone.
If we want to have a country, we have to handle this pandemic, and the only way to do that is by giving people money to. We need, like, people be like, I don't want to go on lockdown again. We barely went on lockdown the first time. We never went on lockdown, to be honest. A lot of places in this country didn't even go on lockdown.
I don't know lockdown. Australia, they knew lockdown. They knew, like, they were in their house. They were like, you could not go outside. The police were outside stopping people. The police were there making sure you were not outside. Here, even in the height of the pandemic in like March, April, and May, I could go everywhere after that curfew. I could go everywhere. The police weren't stopping me. The police weren't asking me questions. Nobody was being like, wow, there's some people out on the road. What's happening here? Nobody was doing that. We had it easy compared to a lot of places. You couldn't go outside to your favorite restaurant or go to a club, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's like... I understand Americans are selfish. Like, I understand the selfishness. I recognize that. But I don't understand, like, how you can't see that it's, like, it's impossible to be selfish in this situation. The only way you can be selfish is, like, it's impossible to be selfish because either you're staying home, which is for the good of you and everybody else, or you're killing yourself. What, that's not, who are you showing? By not wearing a mask, by flouting, and I'm like, no, nobody, we're not perfect, like, bro, like, I'm sitting right next to these two people, like, it's whatever, like, you know, but, like, come on, like, people out here listening to Bow Wow and shit, like, what the fuck,
I forgot about that.
Like, why?
I know Bow Wow said there were more people than him, but the fact that y'all were out there and Bow Wow was one of the people performing means that you
don't care about your life.
You don't care about your life. You don't care about the lives of the people around you, your family. Fuck them, I guess. Die them. Because sick. When we just passed, like, 400,000 COVID deaths. So Trump's presidency ended with 400,000 COVID deaths.
In less than a year.
Like
400,000 deaths from one thing.
This thing right here said that the city of Boston posted it 10 hours ago that we've had 49,137 confirmed cases, 41,000 people that are noted to be recovered, and 1,102 deaths in our city. Just people dead now because of COVID.
Like, people who would not have been dead this year or this, like, last year or this year or whatever year, had COVID not existed, or had we actually you know, shut down the country and actually given people masks and told people to wear masks, and had our politicians not acted like it was fake or this is the part, bro. Like, all these Republicans, they said this stuff was fake. They're still flouting mask rules. Why we just like, that's cool? That's fine. That's still gonna kill people. Just because Trump is gone, that's still killing people. Like, what? The president can't say it, but the random senator, they can say it. That's cool. Like, you know, these people need to be recalled. They need to be censured. They need to be something. Do something. Like, why are they, like, that's harming people. You're killing people. Like, people always want to act like it's not their fault. You're killing people. If the president, you know, it doesn't matter if you hate the president. If the president says, you know, like, why would you wear a mask? It's not real, it's fake. The people are gonna believe that. Like, people are gonna believe that. I heard a person be like, "Oh yeah, I stayed home for Thanksgiving, but then I saw them having parties at Thanksgiving, da da da. So now they're not getting me again for Christmas. I'm going out for Christmas." Deadass heard somebody say that, not even no cap. Deadass did, and I was like, "Okay, bro, like, you live, do you, bro? I'm not arguing with you, bro. Like, because you want to die, whatever." I didn't say that. I was thinking it, but I was like, bro, like, sound good.
Of the like, me personally, if there's a way that I can prevent myself from possibly dying from something, I would, try.
At least make your circle small, like something. At least
What's up to our people? Hey, Jordan, Eric, and Calvin. People just wildin'. And they just don't care. Like, 400,000 people. Also, yesterday was one of the only, the first day that we, Biden held like a ceremony in honor of all the people that died from COVID, and I realized and people were like, "This is the first time we had something for people that died," and I said,
"I
400,000 people dead, and we haven't recognized."
I'm telling. Listen, this is what I understand what people mean in terms of fucking normalcy and shit, and the fact that the president does. Like, I don't agree. I'm not happy about Biden. Like, I didn't feel excited or warm or any of that shit. Didn't feel it. Like, the only thing I felt excited about Kamala is that the fact that she's pushed through the door, so hopefully everybody after her is better. But it's just like I just don't. What did you say? I forgot. Like,
the ceremony.
I said that like last season. Like, we are acting like it didn't happen, and because the president was acting like it didn't happen, for some reason that made the news act like it didn't happen. They're like, for some reason, they didn't think that to say every day 400,000 people are dead, 380,000 people are dead,
They
like
told
200,000 people are dead.
3,000 people died in 9/11 for
every day, forever.
How many years is that now? 20? For 20 years, they've been telling me, 3,000 people died during 9/11. That was such a massive attack towards that country. 400,000 people dead from a virus that, if we had actually cohesively tried as a country, if we all went under lockdown at the same time. I'm not talking about Massachusetts start one day, Rhode Island right next to it start a week after. I'm talking about if we all had just gone in at the same time, we might not be here. 400,000 people might not be dead today if we had a government just a year ago, willing to be like, okay, this is a virus that is deadly for a lot of the population of our country. Maybe we should do things right. Like,
they knew that it was passed through the air. They knew that wearing masks would decrease it. Also, Calvin said he misses you. He sees me too much. True. But that's blood on their hands. Like, people are not. I'm still waiting. Maybe it'll sink in after Biden's normal and talks about it normally and goes to visit patients and shit. And
maybe with Biden crying. He was crying yesterday talking about his son.
Maybe now the news of, because this is what I mean. They follow their lead. But why though? But why? That shit's wrong. It was wrong that the whole fucking year the president didn't give a shit. In fact, said it wasn't real. These people didn't die from that. Oh no, that many people didn't die. They're just marking it down. They just died. No young people died. People know their kids died. People had little children die. 26-year-old son I just saw today or yesterday died.
I would it written down on papers, on the interwebs, on everywhere. If just one person in my family dies, that's their blood, their lives.
It's gone. That's a life gone.
Certain people losing whole generations of their family, their elders all gone because of COVID. Whole mothers, fathers, uncles. And you're just wow.
It was fully preventable, and that's the part. And that's why we really have to hold corporate media accountable as well, because what were you doing as reports? People be talking about how good Dan Rather is on Twitter. If Dan Rather was on fucking TV, he would be talking about the fact that we every day was a fucking death milestone in this country. We losing more people than we lost in wars. Have we lost more Americans in the Civil War yet? We're getting damn close, aren't we? this is not a joke. Like,
Ooh, I had a pain in my side. Whenever I got a pain now, I think it's COVID. Me. Oh yeah, we're getting up there.
618,000 people died in the Civil War. If we probably will
be there
surpass
by the
that.
end of the year.
We probably will surpass that.
And that's horrific. Like, we'll probably be... Oh, one of his mandates are about wearing a mask, but it's wearing a mask challenge. And I said, what's the challenge?
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
That's the challenge.
or wear a mask.
That's the challenge, to wear a mask. I challenge you.
Hell, wait, why'd I like my own? I challenge you to a duel of me wear a mask, you wear a mask, if we're outside, and when we're inside, we stay inside. I challenge you.
I just think that, like, it's not a joke, and I think that people are gonna act really strange after this. All of a sudden, people are gonna be a lot more accepting about Republicans, and all of a sudden they gotta have so many things to say and yell about. And all of a sudden, people who've been calling Joe Biden the Messiah and acting like he's king are gonna be like, he's terrible.
He's the white Obama.
Like, it's I think that we need honesty. Like, we need.
It doesn't matter where this white person is. If I ever see or hear of a white person saying that Biden is the white Obama, I will personally fly. I don't care how far you are. I will fly to you and knock you the fuck out.
Bruh, Trump, man, and they gave Trump so much free media too, like so much free media, so much like so much legitimacy. Legit, like, anyway.
Yo, somebody posted a picture of all the books written about, like, Trump or his administration during these 4 years, and he had, like, a whole table full. And it was, like, stacked up of Trump, like, administration, like, books people either have written from his administration or written about his administration. People got rich off of this man being in office.
A lot of people, including people in his administration, including him. Like,
y'all got rich off of it, and y'all got even richer as soon as this pandemic hit, and he kept fucking up.
And it's sickening. It's really disgusting. Like, but also I want to talk about why y'all are so quick. Like, people need to relax on this George W. Bush thing, bro. It's not cute. Like, and it's really annoying because white people are the first ones to do it. Don't shut the fuck up. And do not say George Bush. Oh, I think I might like him now because he likes Michelle Obama. He's so cute. But he's such a good painter. But he's so nice.
His soul is so nice. You can see
like,
he's
how nice was he when he was letting children die in Louisiana? How nice was he then? Like, how nice was he then?
How nice was he when
the city's still fucked up from the shit that happened in 2004, my nigga. There's probably people who were born in 2004 watching this right now. Like,
how nice is he when he destroyed the whole Middle East? Him and his father.
You know, I don't fuck with Kanye right now, but I fuck with Kanye in 2004.
Everybody fucks with Kanye.
And you know what? I still do right now. That's the Kanye that when I see Kanye on TV, I imagine it's the Kanye from that George Bush don't care about black people commercial.
I just love Chris Tucker afterward, though.
That's
like, okay, well, nah, but it like George Bush does not deserve to have his legacy sanitized. In fact, he never got held accountable for his war crimes. Dick Cheney as well. Who else was on there? Rumsfeld or whatever. All of them. Everybody in the freaking administration needs to be held accountable. Just like Donald Trump's administration. I hear sounds.
Yeah, can you bring your thing down a little bit?
Yeah.
Jinx. You owe me your firstborn child and your second and your third.
Okay.
Mainly the 3 children. I'll take them. No, I won't. Never mind.
You can have them. They're for you, sis.
I take it back. Hey, what was I going to say? Hey.
Also, I wanted to talk about all the people who deserve hell for tweeting about MLK on MLK Day. People
ICE?
For instance, the entire ICE organization, go to hell. The BPD. FBI, Marty Walsh.
FBI every year does it, and everybody's like...
FBI, just quit.
Are you sure you want to tweet this?
ICE, bro... I just stay out of it, Ice, bro. Ice, like, just stay out of it.
Remember those memes from a couple months ago where it was like, that was Ice on MLK Day.
They said, I'm gonna do a little quote tweet about his about equality and stuff.
I'm gonna neutralize his messages and make it seem as though he was a moderate for his whole life.
And make it seem as though people like me liked him and supported him and didn't murder him.
As though we didn't hate him when he opposed the Vietnam War. When he opposed the Vietnam War and he wanted to do the Poor People's Campaign in Washington, D.C.
Believe in the universal basic income. A lot of things about MLK. In fact, I like the one thing I do like about MLK Day on social media is that everybody else wants to even it out by putting all the like lesser known quotes and things. So people talk about how MLK like to stay strapped, which duh. First of all, I don't think you can be a black man in like Georgia and like the South and not stay strapped, especially in like the fucking mid 1900s. Like it's quite you have to.
Hell even like
and how he
hasn't stopped.
And how he had to be convinced to like do nonviolence. He should have been.
Y'all should really read like MLK's like life
dude
thoroughly. Like you should actually start from like when he started
but like
preaching and stuff
facts.
to like the end of his life so that you can see his progression or so that you can see
and he was young too. That's the other thing. I think people forget how young MLK was and how young he started and how young he was when he died too. Like he's a very young man.
How old was he when he died? I can't remember.
He was not old. I have too many death ages.
Facts.
I'm
thinking of numbers, but the numbers.
There were too many.
Oh, you're really not going to tell me that's rude as hell. I have to do the math.
He was
40 something, 30 something.
When was he born?
68. He died. Oh wait, no, 28, 29. He died 68.
Oh, so yeah, he's 39.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow, math, me. A+ today. A+. But yeah, died very young.
Started this stuff very young. Like he like it. If you see MLK's like personal letters or hear him talk like casually in any of the
his
videos
jail
he
letters,
found,
those were tight.
any of the videos they have of him casually, it's a very interesting. It's different than what people are presented. That's why I tweeted that thing about like how it's annoying that to hear, like I said, white moderates, white libs, white conservatives tweet about MLK while young black people think he was washed. They think he was like, he didn't do shit and he wasn't, like, bruh.
The FBI did a great job of, not only killing him, but
sanitizing him in a way that, like, he became supported white supremacy.
Yes, supported white supremacy and made him so that young black activists were like, no, I don't want to be like MLK. I only want to be like Malcolm X. And I'm like, you could want to be like both.
It's peak white supremacy to pit two black men against each other like that. When there's really like people like really actively be like, oh, they were opposed. When like we don't even. Whenever they talked about each other, they were not opposed.
They had like a large amount of respect for each other and their movements. Like they might have not always been like.
Seen eye to eye.
Yeah, seen eye to eye, but in a movement like that with people's like diverse opinions, where like diverse birthplaces, like
we're all across the country. Black people, we're not just one place.
Didn't you even say they had to convince him to take the nonviolent approach? Like
yeah,
they might not have seen they might not have disagreed.
Yeah, and then and also the longer MLK did the civil rights stuff, the more disillusioned, as one would expect, he got, or the more, I don't know if disillusion is the right word, but the more skeptical, I would say, he got of what it means, like. And then that's the other thing, people also like to first somehow they like to paint him as like a race reductionist, like class economics person. Like, I'm like, what? Like, they'd be like, oh, he supported universal basic income, which he did. He said he leaned towards socialism, da 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 da. But they'd be like, oh, like he would have never said economic like shit trumps racial like white supremacy.
I think people try, and this is something me and Malaysia mention a lot, is that you try and fit in black people and like people of color's belief systems into these like white Eurocentric like ideas, and that they don't. That's not how you shouldn't think of them. Sometimes at the same thing, like the socialism, these concepts. We're not always. First of all, not only do we not always like these titles to be put on these ideas that we have, because then you box it in as we're getting all our shit from fucking white people and white supremacists, but these are ideas that are from like our own cultures and shit. Like, we don't think of socialism, like I don't think of like collective work and things like that as socialism. I don't think of a society where we all kind of work together to like be able to survive together as socialism. I just think of it as like
something we should be doing.
Yeah, like I just think of it as something that's natural to us, and we think about
that's what community is.
And we make these ideas into being like, oh, he's a socialist, oh, he's a communist.
Everybody always want to put a label on. They always want to have a terminology to describe
white terminology,
exactly.
like.
And it's like the other thing is that I just again, like I said, I think probably I said it last week that you can't. How do you conceptualize decolonization and liberation from the perspective of a colonizer? Doesn't make sense. It don't make the how do you conceptualize that stuff from the perspective of the oppressor? Like how?
Somebody born in like Germany, Russia, the UK, you want me to fit in my thoughts and beliefs into somebody that grew up in that society? Somebody that grew up in a they
can't even conceptualize liberation because all they know is subjugation. All they know is how to subjugate people and steal and take. So, very hotep of me today. Thanks. But no, but like I'm talking about in terms of political culture. I'm not talking about like direct white people. Like I'm not talking about my friend Natalia. Like I'm talking about like the culture of whiteness is about subjugating. There is no white without the subjugation. There's no white without anti-blackness.
Part of their what is it? Presbyterian? What's that? One of their main like religious sectors of Christianity where they believe like that financial like dominance and like owning people and things.
That's just a lot. Yeah, that's just a lot. I would say that's just a lot of part of most Protestantism.
It's very creepy because it wasn't a big thing until it came out of like.
It's very much also Americanness,
and it's nasty and it's gross, and then you want to fit it into like the messages that like MLK and Malcolm X, and they're like, you see, and this is where they would have fit in the political spectrum of these things that we made up.
And I'm like, I just don't. Yeah, it's not like you cannot talk. We're never gonna be free if we don't start with dismantling white supremacy. That's it, because. That's it. We're built on white supremacy. If that's still there, there's never gonna be a time where people can be equal. There's never. Not in class, not in race, sexuality, nothing. Because that's the basis for every society on this planet. Basically, is white supremacy. Like, because everywhere was colonized.
Every single place.
Like I said again last week, I said the same shit. Like,
I'm sometimes shocked people don't get tired of us saying the same thing. Like, how many times do you want me to say this? But people need to hear it.
But
like,
there were a bunch of people who were Kelly Loeffler, I think, tweeted it, something about MLK and Nikki, and MLK's daughter every year, like she be like, shut up. She don't say that, but she be saying that. Like
don't use my dad's name.
Stop.
Babe.
Y'all don't know what my father would have said. He was it just really tires. It exhausts me to see people use like MLK to scold black people. Like, don't, please. Like, I don't. Like,
that's not what MLK would do.
That's not what MLK would want you to do.
What is it that I love that gif of Huey of the Boondocks, and they're like, well, in my opinion, Martin Luther King would have, and then Huey just runs up to him and starts beating the shit out of him.
Right.
That like runs through my head often when people say anything about MLK and like what he would or what I should do in respects to what he would do.
And it's like, okay, cool, right? But anyway, I just want to say, like, we, as black radicals, we walk in the shadow of all these other black radicals that came before us. And, the only thing that we hope to get out of this doing this and fighting is that we scout the path further than they. Like, we walk in their path, and we hope just to scout the path further for the next folks that come up, you know. That's all. Like, that's it. Like we just want people to be educated. We just want people to be able to do better than us, and for them to, you know, be able to do better for their kids, and that's it. Like, that's all people want. They just want to be free. Leave us alone, goddamn. Like, you know, stop killing us.
People just want their kids to have, you know, like a comfortable home, have food, be able to, you know, live without being, you know, killed for being black, for being gay, for being anything. Like, just let people, I don't know what's wrong with just letting people live. Y'all really fucked up, but
y'all are really weird.
Yeah, period. Y'all are really weird.
Exactly. Anything else?
And y'all are really weird. The last thing we'll say is this DA story we covered last week. First of all, last week it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny that it was a road rage story, and it was funny because it's the DA, and you don't think the DA is finna get some road rage in their state-issued car.
Yeah.
That's what you think. Like we also said last week, the story came from a very questionable source.
Yes.
From there, it turned into the Herald covering it. Also a questionable source because the Herald is the Herald. And then from there, it was also like this live Boston 617.
Yeah, racist.
Suddenly, all these very racist
publications
suddenly having so much information on these things. Oh, very questionable. And then also Rachel Rollins getting like interviewed outside of her house, which is, to me, it's a pandemic. And I was like,
I think like. And I also think that a reporter showing up outside a politician's house and a protester showing up outside a politician's house are different also. Because a reporter, that's just getting into your business. Like, a protester is there because you're supposed to be serving them and you're not. So, let's be clear about that.
In fact, what is it, Fox or whatever?
Fox popped up at her house. I would be that. And it was Christmas Eve.
No, Christmas Eve is when the thing happened.
Oh, I thought Fox... When did Fox...
No, Fox, it was, within the past 2 weeks they did it.
Oh, okay.
Christmas Eve is when she was doing the wildness at South Bay.
Right. Anyway, no matter what, it always comes back to... It always ends up... Like, even if she did something wrong, it always ends up with anti-black womanness. Why? Every time. Like, every time it ends up with somebody being racist and invoking all these tropes and calling her... The, like, live bosses or whatever, them niggas was calling her, like, fucking...
They were calling her basically insane.
They were calling...
Like, unhinged. And
they were calling her unhinged and wild and, you know, invoking a bunch of racist tropes.
Yes.
So, like, now you're making people have to defend
because
her.
She was like, yeah, I'm like a black woman, like, you can't be doing this. And they were like, she's bringing up race card, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you showing up to my house.
Wow, and this is right after...
Oh, yes, because it was like 2 days after the Capitol storming, yes.
This is right after y'all people
stormed the Capitol building.
So
trying to also I think it was right after maybe it was when Ayanna Pressley came out with saying that like they took out her emergency like buttons too. So we got all this information or whatever, and you come up to my house to ask me about a road rage accident.
I love Fox. Yo, they're not called Fox anymore, but Boston 25 News loves to try to catch people off guard.
They do.
Like, stop. Like, don't do that. Like, they never do it they always do it for, like, like they're a tabloid or something. They never do it for, like, useful stuff.
Like, TMZ, like...
They never do it for useful stuff. Like, their investigative reporting be whack as hell.
You had a story. You didn't have to go this far, and that's what kills me, is that they had a story. That road rage thing, it's not cool. Like, she's in a state-issued van... or SUV, you shouldn't be, like, getting mad at somebody like that. You shouldn't be, like, blasting your lights at somebody. That's not what you should do. That's fine. Like, addressing that is a good concern. Like, your DA should not be doing that. I agree. Suddenly, though, you make it into this, she's unhinged, she's blah, 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 she doesn't want to face her consequences.
And then you start harassing her at her house. Then it's getting weird now. Like,
now you're getting weird.
Like, now it's getting weird. Like, what you doing? Anyway, but...
Now it's weird. Oh, also, homegirl that she did her poem, she was kind of cool, Amanda...
Yeah. And Joe Biden.
Amanda Gorman. That was cool. Her being the youngest poet to ever recite a poem.
She was great.
It was cool. It was mad long. You know me, long ass poems. I'd be like, okay, this is nice. This is the issue with me in this inauguration. I was like, oh, this is nice, but are you done?
And Joe Biden's speech was ass.
To ever recite a poem ever.
Yeah, facts. Youngest ever to ever.
To ever recite a poem. During the inauguration for it. And, but I just feel like, I just want to say though, I feel like he could have had better musical guests again. I just feel like that if it was Bernie's inauguration, it would have been fire over there. Like,
okay,
they would have better musical guests.
If you want to go full like Black woman-esque, I feel like you could have found, or like South Asian. Why couldn't we had some like cool like, I don't know, not like a Bollywood artist.
Like how about we have some reggae?
Can I have
soca,
like a reggae? This is
This
America.
Straight, like, bro, just grab like a straight dancehall artist and send them to the inauguration.
That
like
would have been dope.
Kamala's probably gonna be the president for half the term anyway.
Me cooning a little bit like ooh.
She's probably gonna be the president for low key for half the term anyway. So.
Also,
if not just
Kamala's niece's husband wearing those Dior what is it, Air Ones or whatever?
Yeah.
One Air, I don't know.
One Air something. They're Jordan.
Seeing collectively all Black people go, who wearing those? And it ended up, I think her husband's Black. He looked Black to me.
Yeah, he was Black.
But
Kamala's?
No, Kamala's niece's husband. He was wearing some Jordans, and everybody was like, who wearing them Dior Jordan 1s? Who that? What that? That was funny. Never change.
And everybody was just cute. Michelle K wear her hair laid or whatever.
Laid to the gods.
Laid and slayed.
What else? Is there anything else before I let y'all go? Let me see.
Yo, what is that, bro? Is that Hotep art? Please scroll. What is that, bro?
It's Tupac.
It's like Tupac. Oh my God, it's Tupac being baptized by Malcolm X.
Wait, being baptized
by a Muslim man.
Anyway, y'all, Hoteps need to be stopped.
This might be the picture behind us next week.
Yo, please. If I would have been seeing this on that computer, I would have put it up behind us right now. What do you mean?
Let me bookmark this.
Save that.
But that's all we got for episode. I hope it's 25. I put 25.
I think it is.
Episode 25. Insert name here. Man, CORNPOP is home.
CORNPOP
and Kamala
are home.
Is home.
Have fun. Yo, Kamala says she ready to serve. I said, sis, go run down the hallway. Tell Joe he need to cancel them student loan. Go knock on the door. Hey, hello. Hey, hello. Hey, hello.
Hello. You will have to change.
Please no.
Please cancel.